Right, good. Okay, let's
Thank
see.
you.
Let's start then. Okay, so SAP, we are going to learn SAP HCI, HANA Cloud Integration, or it is also called as a CPI, right? It is also called as a cloud integration, like that we can call it here. Cloud integration here, right? Cloud integration. See here, this is, okay, this is the technology what we are going to learn it here, right? See, if you observe here, see here, SAP, this is the SAP product here. HCI is nothing but HANA Cloud Integration here. Or, okay, it is also called as a Cloud Platform Integration here. Cloud Platform Integration here. Next, it is also called as a Cloud Integration, like that you can see here. Cloud Integration here. Or, okay, so nowadays we can see it is also called as SAP Integration Suite here. Integration Suite here. Or it is also called as SAP BTP space also people will call. Okay, so it is a one of the component of SAP BTP. It is a BTP space also people will tell it. Right. See here, if you talk about integration suite here, this integration suite is the one package here. It is a suite actually, suite. Okay, so normally the people will call as a suite. Okay, integration suite is the one package, right? It is a one repository. Here we can see the multiple components here, multiple applications here. This contains multiple applications here. What applications we can see here under integration suite that we need to identify now? See, the first one is the cloud integration here. The first one is the cloud integration. So this is called as indirectly CPI here. Indirectly, it is called as a cloud platform integration. So next one is, again, we can see the APIs here, application management interface, like that you can see here. We have a APIs concept here. We have a APIs concept here. Next, we can see the integration advisor also here. We have a integration advisor concept here. We have a integration advisor here. Next one is we have a open connectors concept here. Open connectors here. Next, we have a TPM here, trading partner management here. Trading partner management here. Trading partner management here. That is called as a TPM, like that we can define it here. So next one is, we can see the, okay, so now integration assessment here, IA like this here, integration assessment, like that we have a multiple here, like that we have a multiple here. See here, all capabilities we can see under integration suite itself here. See here, SAP integration suite is the one package, or it is a repository where we can see all the capabilities here, where we can see some of the capabilities here, or SAP BTP here, business technology platform. Under this, we have a cloud integration. This is the first one what we are going to concentrate more. Apart from this, we have a APIs concept here, application programming interfaces here. We have a integration advisor. We have a open connectors. We have a trading partner management here. So simply you need to remember, guys, it is a see here this. Okay, if you observe here, wherever you see this integration concept here, wherever you see that integration concept here. So it means that it is used for only integration purpose, guys. See here, what type of integration here? It is mainly it is used for cloud integration here. So it means that indirectly it is called as a cloud integration technology. So the alternative of this cloud integration technology is SAP PIPO here. SAP process integration or process orchestration, whereas PIPO it is called as on-premise integration technology, whereas SAP CPI or integration suite or cloud integration called as a cloud integration technology. See here, if you observe here, okay, so if you see here, the highlighted ones here, so we have an integration here. Wherever you see that integration part here. So it means that the conclusion of this technology or purpose of this technology is only integration purpose here. Right? This is the integration purpose here. So what is the use of this one here? So this is the integration purpose here. So what do you mean by integration here? How it works, that integration that we need to identify, right? So what do you mean by integration? Okay, how it works that we need to capture now. See here, okay, so I already, okay, so if you observe here, integration is nothing but collaboration here. Integration is nothing but collaboration here. Integration is nothing but collaboration. It is also called as a exchange here. It is also called as exchange, or it is also called as a transfer here. So what we are going to transfer in, okay, computer language here, always data like that you can see here. What data? It may be any data here. It may be master data, right? It may be transactional data, depends on our business here. Transactional data. It may be any data here, right? It may be any data here. It may be master data, transactional data. You need to remember this case. See here, this technology is it for only integration purpose here. The purpose of this technology is integration. It means that SAP CPI or cloud integration or integration suite is the integration technology. What type of integration technology it is? It is a cloud integration technology here, right? It is integration tool or it is integration software like that we can define here. What do you mean by integration here? Why we need to use integration? Where we are going to use this integration, right? So which, okay, so domain organizations we are going to use, that we need to talk, right? So integration indicate just it is a collaboration here. What do you mean by collaboration? The other word of collaboration is just exchange. So exchange or transfer here. What we are going to transfer in the computer language here? Always data here. What data? It may be master data, it may be transactional data. Okay, this data we can see depends on our domain of business. We can see the different type of data here, or different type of transactions you can see here. If you go to the some of the examples here, let's take a vendor master data. This is the one transaction like this. This contains some vendor details here, right? Next one is the, okay, so product master data. It contains that is a product details here, like this. Next one is the, again we have a, okay, so again customer master data like this here. Customer master data. Like that we can see the corresponding transactions here. See here, okay, we can see the transactions here. Some are payment related transactions here. Payments data. Payments transactions here. So next one is the employee related transactions here. Employee data, right? Like that we have a n number of transactions here. Depends on our business, depends on our domain business. We can see the transactions here. So we are talking about domain business here. What do you mean by domain business here? Domain organizations here. So if you go to the real time, we can see the n number of domain organizations, guys. N number of domain organizations here. Some are related to the, right, farmer related domain organizations. Farmer related domain organizations. Some are related to the manufacturing domain organizations. See here, this is the manufacturing. Next one is some are related to the textiles here, right? Some are related to the, okay, so energy, right? Some are related to the banking sector organizations, etc. Like that we can see the multiple domain organizations here. Let's take some examples here. Let's take some examples here. See here, I'm going to take a GSK here. What is this here? This is the one project. This is the one organization. This organization belongs to the which domain that we need to capture here. So this GSK belongs to pharmaceutical domain here. How we are going to tell it here? If you go to the Google, right? Let's type in the Google here. See here, I'm going to type GSK here. Let's take a GSK. See here, this is the GSK here. Let's take this one here. See here, if you observe here, this is the organization name. It is related to the pharma domain here. It is related to the pharmaceutical company here. See here, okay, this GSK, it is a pharmaceutical limited and Indian research based pharmaceutical and healthcare company. It is a pharma domain indirectly. Correct. Let's take the next one here. Okay, now if you go to the manufacturing here, let's go to the, okay, so I'm going to maintain Timken here. This is the one organization here. Let's take a Timken. See here, okay, if you go to the Timken here, Timken here, see here, we can see the Timken company, the global manufacturer of bearings and power transmission products here. It is related to the manufacturing domain. It is related to the manufacturing domain. So next, similar way, like that we have a n number of here. Next, if you go to the textiles here, right? So I'm going to give one example here. Aravind here. Aravind textiles here. It is related to the textile domain. Next one is if you go to the BP here, British Petroleum here, it is energy, oil and gas. Next, if you go to the Wells Fargo here, Wells Fargo, see here, this is the banking related. Correct? Like that, we have a n number of domain organizations we can see in the real world here. Right? That's what I'm trying to say here. So these transactions, whatever transactions we are talking, these transactions we can see depends on our domain organizations here. Domain organizations here. So this is very, very important point, guys. You need to remember this point. Even if you go to the interviews, people may ask you these questions. What type of domain projects you worked on? Do you have any experience in the, okay, so pharma domain projects? Do you have any experience in the manufacturing domain projects? Like that, they may ask you, right? You should be able to give the corresponding answers. In the resume, we are going to put multiple projects, multiple clients, nothing but each client on one. See here, this is the GSK is the one client, Timken is the one client. Like that, I am going to include in the resume end of this course. So that time, okay, so you need to identify each client domain, you need to identify. Right? This is a very, very important question. You need to put in the one, okay, separate note, guys. See here, what type of domain projects you worked on? Right? You need to, okay, do you have any experience in the pharma domain projects? Do you have any experience in the textile domain? Do you have experience in the energy related? Like that, they may ask you. You should be able to give some answers. So indirectly, this technology, whatever technology we are talking here, this technology we can use any domain organizations, any domain industries here. If there is any integration requirement, we can use this technology. There is no restrictions at all. There is no restrictions at all like that we can define it here. So please remember this point, guys. Okay, so if you want, okay, so it is not implemented for specific industry, specific domain organizations here, right? This technology, wherever you want, you can use it if there is any integration requirements. Let's take any one of the organization, guys. Let's take any one of the organization here. How to use this organization level, our technology. Why we need to use this, okay, this technology in our organization level, right? What are the advantages we have compared to the other middlewares? That also we need to identify. Right, let's take one example here. You can take any one of the examples here. Let's take any one of the organization here. Let's take any one of the organization. If you take okay, pharma domain here. If you take a pharma domain or any organization here, let's take a organization one. It is also called as a one project here. It is also called as a one client. So let's take a one pharma domain organization here. Pharma domain organization here. If you take this organization, see here, this organization is not a single entity here. It contains n number of business systems here. Not only this organization, guys, any organization, irrespective of any domain organization here. Organization is not a single entity. It may contains n number of business systems, guys. N number of business systems here. Right? See here, okay, so if you observe here, I'm going to put a multiple business systems here. I'm going to put a multiple business systems here. I'm going to put a multiple business systems here. See here, this is my business system one, like that I'm going to consider here. See here, this is my business system one. Like that I'm going to include n number of business systems here, right? Business system 2, business system 3, right? Again, business system 4. Like that we have a n number of business systems, guys. So like that, we can see the multiple business systems in the organization. I'm giving you only some business systems here. Whereas if you go to the real time, we can see the n number of business systems here. We can see the n number of business systems. So you need to remember here, organization is not a single entity. It may contains multiple business systems here, more than one business systems here. More than one business systems like that you can see here. More than one business systems here. Assume that this is my purchase order department here. Okay, let's take this is my business system one. This is the PO department here. Right, this is my PO department like that you can see a purchase order department here. Next, we can see the forecast department like that you can see here. Right, again, we can see the here. Okay, this is my sales department like that you can see it, sales business system. So this is my invoice business system here, invoice related everything, it will happen here itself here. So next one is, this is my, okay, so logistic, okay, so one here, logistics here. So next one, this is my delivery department here, shipping department here. Like that, we can see the multiple departments here. Right? So it means that if you take irrespective of organization here, this is the one organization. This organization contains n number of business systems here. Here we have n number of business systems here. The similar way, if you take other organization here, let's go to the other one here. Let's take okay, so now I'm going to take a banking domain here. If people are familiar here again here, right? See here, this is the banking sector like this here. If you take irrespective of any bank here, any bank, any organization domain bank here. See here, we have a n number of business systems here. Let's take again savings business, right? We have okay, again, next one is we have right, credit card business. Next one is, again, we have right, personal loan business here. Next one is, again, we can see the, like that, we have a n number of, okay, this is my crop loan business here. This is my education loan. So this is my education loan like this. Like that, we have a n number of, this is my, okay, so home loan business like that you can see here. Like that, we have a n number of business systems here. This is my business system one. This is my business system two. This is my business system three. Like that, I have a n number of business systems, guys. See here, I'm showing you only some business systems here. Whereas if you go to the organization, we can see the n number of business systems here. Like this. So it means that organization is not a single entity. It may contains n number of business systems. N number of business systems here. Now, to run our organization smoothly, or to run each and every business system smoothly, we required softwares here. Without softwares, we cannot run. You need to capture this, guys. I'm talking about project landscape here. If you take irrespective of any project here, any client here, so you should know the systems, what systems involved in the current project. Correct? Even though if you go to the, once you enter into the real time, see here, okay, first as a CPI consultant, as a PO consultant here, you should know what is the project landscape, nothing but what are the systems involved in the current project, that you need to learn. So this is very, very important, right? So once you enter into the project, you should know what are the systems involved in the current project, right? So without, okay, even though if you go to the interviews here, definitely the people will ask you, so now, okay, they will ask you, can you tell me your project architecture? Or can you give me what are the systems involved in the current project here? What are the systems involved in the current project, like that they may ask you. Guys, whatever I'm trying to give, you need to put in the note. Going forward, we'll discuss all the things here, right? The real-time systems I'll tell you, because these are all very, very important. If you go to the interviews, definitely the people will ask you questions. I given two questions here. The first question is, what type of domain projects you worked on? The second one is, what is your project landscape? Nothing but, or what are the systems involved in the current project here? Even though if you enter into the real-time projects here, right? Once you enter into the project, first thing is you need to identify what are the systems involved, what is the architecture of the current project that you need to identify. It means that indirectly, what are the systems involved in this organization that we need to capture. See here, if you take any organization here, irrespective of any domain organization, it may be pharma domain, it may be banking domain, it may be some X or Y manufacturing domain, doesn't matter here. So organization is not a single entity. It contains n number of business systems. Now, to run our organization smoothly or to run our business system smoothly, we require softwares. We require softwares here. Without softwares, you cannot run your business. Correct. What softwares available? Okay, which softwares we are going to use to run our business smoothly? That we need to identify now. Let's spark this diagram. So for a minute, then we'll come back to this diagram here. Let's talk about softwares here. You are going to become as a software engineer, right? You are going to become as a integration suite consultant. You are going to become as a BTP consultant here. You should know what is happening end to end. So that's what I'm trying to give these things here. Let's put see here. Okay, so I'm trying to use softwares here. Okay, so to run each and every business system or to run our organization, we require softwares. We require softwares here. Without softwares, you cannot run your business. Assume that you are the owner of this organization here. If you want to run your business smoothly here, you need to use softwares. What softwares you need to use? Where you need to buy these softwares? How to use these softwares? That also you need to capture, correct? So that's what, okay, to run our organization, we require softwares here. What softwares we required here? What type of softwares available in the market here? That we need to identify now. Let's see here, for example, okay, you are the customer here. You are the customer. Let's take you are the customer here. Small example I'm giving, guys, to understand better here. You are the customer here. You would like to buy a mobile. You would like to buy a mobile here. You would like to buy a mobile here. So to buy a mobile, what is your business requirement that you need to capture here? First one is you need to identify the corresponding business requirement. Correct. So next one is what is your budget? You need to identify the budget also. Correct. All the things you need to capture here. Based on your requirement, based on your budget, will decide which mobile you would like to buy. Correct. So now, once you know the business requirement as well as budget here, first we'll go to the shop here. First we'll go to the shop. As a customer, we'll go to the shop. So there we can see the multiple brand mobiles here. Okay, so one is Nokia, one is the Apple, right? There are some branded mobiles, some are unbranded mobiles, correct? Non-branded mobiles here. Next one is the Samsung. So next one is the Sony. Like that, we have a n number of models, n number of brands here. Each brand contains again multiple models here. If you take a Nokia, there is a multiple models here. This is the M1 model 1 like this, model 2 like this here. Again, if you go to the Apple here, there are n number of models here again, correct? N number of models here. If you go to Samsung here, this is the model 1 like that, we have a n number of models again here. So again Sony, like that, each and every brand contains n number of models here. Each model contains multiple features here. Am I correct? So as a customer, you need to decide which brand mobile you would like to use it, what model you need to use from the particular brand, what is the version. Again, you need to identify what features you are looking from the particular model, whether this feature mobile, whether it is fulfilling your requirement or not, everything you need to capture, that you need to buy it based on your budget. Am I correct? The similar way, see here, if you want to run your business, we require softwares here. We require softwares here. So now, which softwares or what type of softwares available in the market? Which software you would like to use to run your business system smoothly? Everything you need to capture here. Right? See here, we have two types of softwares available in the real world, guys. We have two types of softwares available in the real world. So if you go to the real world here, we have two types of softwares here. Let's see here, we have two types of softwares available in the real world here. Types of softwares. We have two types of softwares available in the real world here. The first one is the softwares are divided into the two types here. One is the SAP. See here, this is the one brand here. SAP is the one brand like this here. The first one is the SAP like that you can see here. The second one is the non-SAP brand here. The second one is the non-SAP brand here. There are two types of applications here. Okay, one is the SAP, the second one is the non-SAP here. If you talk about non-SAP, there we have multiple here, right? One is, right, some of the Microsoft related, right? Next one is the Oracle related, or IBM related, some etc. like this here. See, these are all non-SAP here. So if you ask any one of your friend, what he will tell? I'm working on one technology from the SAP. I'm working on Microsoft technology like that, people will tell it, correct? The same way, to run our organization, we require softwares here. The softwares, we have two types of softwares here. One is the SAP, the second one is the non-SAP softwares like that you can see here. You need to remember this, guys. As an integration consultant, as a cloud integration consultant, these are all very, very important. Without these applications, without systems, without, if you don't know the project landscape, without domain of organizations here, it is very difficult to manage the corresponding projects. You should understand first. You should be very clear what you are trying to do, correct? So now, see here, we can see the SAP here. The first one is the SAP here. Again, SAP divided into the two types here. SAP divided into the two types. The first one is on-premise applications here. Guys, you need to remember this here. The first one is the on-premise applications here. On-premise softwares or applications here. On-premise or softwares or applications here. See here, the first one is the on-premise softwares like that you can see here. See here, if you go to the SAP, we have a on-premise softwares as well as both. We can see the cloud softwares also we can see, guys. We can see the cloud software also here. We can see the cloud softwares here. The similar way, if you go to the non-SAP, each and every product contains on-premise as well as cloud applications. Both we can see here. If you take a Microsoft, we have on-premise as well as cloud applications here. Why I'm giving this one here? If you go to the interviews again, or if you go to the real time here, okay, they may ask you, we have a cloud systems integration, or we have a on-premise systems integration. How we are going to do the on-premise systems integration from the CPI like that, they may ask you. Or if you go to the interviews here, so do you know how to, do you have any experience in the cloud systems integration? Take one example, take what you implemented here and explain me which systems you integrated. The same way, the people may ask you, do you have any experience in the on-premise systems integration? Right? Which on-premise systems you connected, how you connected from the CPI, that they may ask you, correct? So that's what you need to thorough with these things here, right? So the first one is, what do you mean by on-premise? What do you mean by cloud here? Each and every product contains two types of softwares here. One is the on-premise, the second one is the cloud softwares like this. One is the on-premise, the second one is the cloud softwares like this here. What do you mean by on-premise here? On-premises, it is on-premises here. It is nothing but indirectly customer premises here, right? Okay, this on-premise applications will take care by customer here. Customer, these applications will sit in the customer premises here. See here, this is the customer premises here. You need to remember this word here. Irrespective of any on-premise applications, guys, these applications will sit in the customer premises here. You need to remember this here. On-premise applications will sit in the where here? Customer premises here. Customer premises, nothing but customer landscape here, irrespective of any on-premise applications here. It may be SAP or non-SAP, it doesn't matter here. These applications will sit in the customer premises here, customer infrastructure level, customer landscape level here. Customer will manage these applications. Hope you guys are good. This one. Next one, the same way, vendor, cloud here. So these cloud applications will manage by vendor. These cloud applications will manage by vendors here. Some X or Y vendors here. Some cloud vendors here. Some cloud vendors, not by customer. Okay, these cloud applications will manage by some cloud vendors here. Who are the cloud vendors available in the market here? One is GCP, Google Cloud Platform. The second one is the Amazon Web Services. The third one is the Microsoft Azure. Next one is the Alibaba, SAP, some XRY. Like that, we have multiple cloud vendors available. Who is going to manage cloud applications? Who is going to manage cloud applications, guys? So you need to remember this here, right? So on premises is nothing but it is a customer premises here. Customer will manage that applications, whereas cloud is nothing but it will manage by some, okay, so vendors here. Who are the vendors? Okay, so the cloud vendors here. Who is going to manage these cloud applications here? These applications here, right? So some are GCP, Google Cloud Platform. The second one is the Amazon Web Services. Next one is the our Alibaba Cloud. Next one is, okay, SAP. Like that, we have multiple cloud vendors available in the market here. So this one also, it's a very important here, because if you go to the projects here, okay, so you need to connect with some application, cloud application. So that application will, who is managing cloud application here? That also you need to identify, because if it is Azure, you need to connect with Azure based applications, correct? So that's what, okay, so this is important again here. So always you need to remember these things here. See here, this is the types of software. There are two types of softwares here. One is the SAP, the second one is the non-SAP. Again, each and every product divided into the two types here. One is the on-premise, the second one is the cloud softwares, like that you can see here. See here, this is the on-premise as well as cloud here. On-premise indicates it is a customer premises, whereas cloud is nothing but vendor premises here. What do you mean by on-premise? What do you mean by cloud? Which one is the best? That we need to talk here. Let's take a small example and we'll close this, right? To understand better here. To understand what is the difference between the on-premise and cloud here. So frequently I'm going to give this example only, guys, to understand better here. So here, okay, there is a requirement here. This is my requirement here. There is a requirement here. There is a requirement here. There is a requirement here. What is the requirement here? Let's put a requirement here. Okay, let's put a requirement here. Travel frequently. Travel frequently from Bangalore to Hyderabad. This is my requirement here. For example, this is the requirement I have. To fulfill this requirement, we have two solutions. Assume that as of now, we have two solutions. One is by using one car, we can, okay, fulfill this requirement. The second one is we have a high-speed train like that you can see here. We have a high-speed train like that you can see here. We have two solutions, guys. One is own car. The second one is the high-speed train like that you can see, guys. Right? Let's take a first one is the own car, guys. The first one is the own car. The first one is the own car, guys. The first one is the own car here. See here, if you want to travel frequently from Bangalore to Hyderabad by using own car, what is the next year? See here, you need to buy a car here. First, you need to buy a car. Who has to buy this car, guys? Customer itself, correct? First, you need to buy the car here. So once, okay, so if you want to buy the car, you need to spend a bulk amount here. Minimum 10 lakhs, you need to spend it here. First, you need to spend a bulk amount. Who has to spend this amount here? customer. Once you buy a car here, next, what is the next step here? Who is going to provide the infrastructure part here? Nothing but car parking. Infrastructure here. Who will take care of this parking, car parking here? Again, customer itself, correct? This is the extra cost again here. Again, who is going to provide the driver here? Driver, who is going to provide the driver here? Again, customer itself. Next one is who is going to take care of that maintenance part here? Who is going to take a maintenance part here? Again, customer. Next one is the fifth one is who is going to take upgradation part here? Upgradation is nothing but front end, there is airbags here. Back side, there is no airbags. For example, if you want to upgrade, again, who has to take care of this part here? Customer. Next one is fuel, who is going to take care part, fuel part, who is going to take care again here? Daily. Again, customer itself, correct? Next one is if something is breaking, who has to take care here for failures? Again, customer itself. Am I correct, guys? Are you getting? So like that again, okay, if you travel alone also, the cost is same here. Travel alone daily, but the cost is same here. That also customer has to spend, correct? Like that, we have a n number of things here. For each and everything, you need to spend the amount. Am I correct, guys? Are you clear this one?
Yes, sir.
Now see here, each and everything you need to maintain here. See here, indirectly it is called as with respect to the softwares. If you talk about softwares here, it is on-premise. It is on-premise here. See here, if you want to run your business systems, if you want to use on-premise applications, first you need to buy the software. You need to spend bulk amount first, 2 crores, 3 crores, something like this. That who has to spend here? Customer. Again, okay, so the infrastructure part, everything has to take care by customer itself here. Electricity, operating system, database, the related surrounding things, everything has to take care by customer. Again, okay, so you need to record the resources here to drive, to run that, okay, so to use that application here. Again, maintenance, it is a separate project in the on-premise applications. Upgradation is the separate project here. If you want to upgrade, that is extra cost again, some cases here. Again, like that, okay, failures you need to take care. Each and everything is the separate project if you go to the on-premise. Okay, so again, you need to get that applications, you need to install in your landscape here, it will take much time, right? Again, okay, so you need to train the resources here. Okay, the development cost also more, it will take much time to develop because we don't have in case of on-premise application, there is no ready-made content also. Like that, we have multiple disadvantages here. These are all things will take care by customer itself. Everything has to take care by customer itself. That is called as on-premise. Each and everything is the one project here. Each and everything is the one project here. Let's go to the second one here. Okay, high-speed train here. If you go to the high-speed train, right? No need to buy a car, no need to buy this high-speed train here. Okay, so this train contains n number of boxes. Each box contains some space here. Okay, now if you are traveling alone, you need to buy one, you need to subscribe only one seat, not all. For that only you need to pay the amount here. Remaining everything will take care by vendor, right? So just it is a subscription basis here. Correct? It is just a subscription basis here. Indirectly it is called as a cloud here. See here, no need to buy a car here. It is just a subscription basis here. It is a subscription basis here. Correct? You need to subscribe as a customer. You need to subscribe here. Remaining everything will take care by who is going to take care of this part here? Vendor. Correct? Remaining everything will take care by vendor itself. Some government, central government here. Correct? Okay, vendor itself will take care of this part here. Like this everything will take care by vendor itself here. So in case of, if we talk about software, okay, no need to buy the corresponding this, okay, so cloud applications here. These cloud applications will manage by some cloud vendors. From there, you need to subscribe it. How much you are going to use, for that only you need to pay the amount here. No need to install these cloud applications in our landscape. Everything will take care by the corresponding cloud vendors. Just you need to subscribe. If you have internet, that is more than enough to connect with these cloud applications and you can run your business. Correct. So it means that, okay, so that's what, okay, so the main, okay, driver of the software industry is how to reduce the cost. How to reduce the cost here, this is the one of the factor, okay. If you use a cloud applications in your landscape, the cost will reduce. Just if you have internet, that is more than enough here. You can connect with these cloud applications, you can run your business. No need to buy, no need to install, nothing. Always we are going to use no upgradations, no maintenance in the cloud here. Okay, so that everything will take care by the corresponding vendor. Okay, so finally we are going to the latest okay, version of the particular application. That is, everything is automatic here. So that's what, okay, nowadays most of the people are using a cloud applications. You need to remember here, as of now, people are using on-premise applications to run their business. Now some customers are using cloud applications. It means that both applications we can see in our landscape here, right? On-premise as well as cloud applications, both we can see here. Are you guys are good with the up to here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. You need to remember these things here. What is the difference between the on-premise as well as cloud? Okay, then, okay, next class, what we'll do here, we'll start, okay, from the scratch again here. Okay, this is just a demo I given guys for today. So next class onwards, we'll start, okay, so actual classes here. From here, we'll start it again here. Okay, so this, what are the applications we can see under on-premise? What are the cloud applications from the SAP? What are the non-SAP on-premise applications? What are the cloud applications here? How we are going to use to run our organization, how we are going to use in organization level. Then once you use that applications here, how we are going to integrate it. Why we need to integrate, what are the advantages and disadvantages we have, everything we are going to talk it from here. Please remember up to here guys. Okay, from here we can go ahead from next. So if you want to continue, let's ping me in it. Okay, so WhatsApp. Okay, I'll create a one group. So that you'll get a recordings, all the things, guys. Anyone having any questions here? Up to here?
No, sir.
Okay, good guys. Thank you so much for today. Then okay, so again we'll meet. I'll tell you that tomorrow timings, because just today is the demo, right? I need to inform to the multi other people also here. I'll tell you the timings. Just
Okay.
ping.
What
Yeah.
what content we are covering in the session?
Sorry.
In CK, what content we are covering? So, syllabus like.
The syllabus I'll show you in the next class. The content. See, content, I'll give you the content high level, the content I'll give in the, I'll show you, but same thing we cannot discuss. We'll go in depth of our CPI. Yeah, anyway, I'll show you that content also. Okay, guys, thank you for today. Then if you don't have any questions, we'll wind up this call for today and we'll connect again. So if you are interested, please ping me in WhatsApp so that I'll add in a group, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.